everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Heck Creative. This time I'm going over some Build-A-Figures and Deluxe figures of 2020, ranking them all from worst to best. Keep in mind, I'm not including any smaller figures, such as War Machine or the Marvel Riders figures. But that being said, let's get to all these big guys. So in last place is Sugar Man. I find that this guy is kind of... There's a limit to the amount of weird that Marvel Legends can be, and this guy has exceeded that limit. I just think that he's just really strange. Yet, there's something kind of endearing about him and how he looks. I like the four arms, they're pretty cool. I hate the legs. The face is... it's that tongue that's really weird. And these little badges. He just a lot of things that don't really match up. And he's just kind of just really weird. You can switch his arms out and hands out and whatever you want to do. But I find this guy is just sort of lackluster. He's good for standing and like poses. If you want to do photography, he's pretty good at that. Yet, just general movement and articulation and stuff is a lot left to be desired. And I find that while he's good, he's just not as good as everybody else this year. Sorry, buddy. So Demo Goblin, or Demo Goblin at least, is up next. I like him. I'm not the biggest fan of him. But he looks really cool. I really liked how he looked way back when, back like in, January, February? Yet, he's just really lackluster now. Again, he's been replaced by all the other Build-A-Figures. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty cool, yet I find him to just be very... I'm not sure how to describe it. He's really cool, yet he's a lot of reuse. He has good color scheme. I like this thing, that's pretty neat. I can use that from the other Goblins. But he's not my favorite Goblin by a long shot, and... yeah, he just does this, moves around like that. He has good articulation everywhere else. He can do anything a Marvel Legend can do, yet he's just confined to this glider all the time, and that's your main selling point for him. He's really cool, but not that cool. And yeah, Demo Goblin's good, I guess. A little crazy looking for me though. So like Demo Goblin, Super Skrull came out early in the year, and he was really cool back then, and then he got uncoolified by all the other figures. This, by the way, is a Paladin figure with the other alternate Super Skrull head on. And that's one of the main reasons I put this guy, at least over here, at least higher than the other two, is that he has exchangeable parts, and you can exchange the arms if you want, or leave them like this, which is what I'm doing. It's really cool, I guess, but it's just basically a normal size figure, kind of. Slightly bigger than your average one, but still, it's your normal size figure. And it'll probably get re-released in a 2-pack or an Army Builder set or something. And yeah, it's just your standard figure. That's it. That's all you really need to know. Same articulation as normal. This arm is pretty cool. And this arm is pretty cool as well. It has all the sort of requisite Fantastic Four powers it needs. And it has that really nice smile. I like it a lot. The smile's really cool. Yet, it just pales in comparison to the rest. But I think that it's good, and I'm just going to move on to the next. For me, Crimson Dynamo was more of a blast of the past of anything. As far as the sculpt goes, he has the same legs as the Ironmonger Build-A-Figure. I believe some of the same arm pieces and stuff like that. Maybe. I love this guy. He's really cool. Big ol' Russian robot kind of thing. That's awesome. I love these little tubings with some teal on it. I like the red back here. I like this little gradient of the star. I like how these plates conform to the star. And the head is like a skull. It's really cool. Little smokestacks here. Great figure. Really cool. Really nice articulation. And really nice just overall presentation to this guy in general. I like the legs, so they repurposed them from the other figure. But yeah, Crimson Dynamo is a nice little burst of nostalgia around the middle of the year. Or at least March or so. And man, I like this guy a lot. He looks really cool. He has a nice mix of old and new. And he just looks super great. I like him a lot. And he's worthy of being in your collection. Monster Venom is awesome. I really like how this guy looks. I love the blue gradient on him, at least. Looks really, really nice. I really feel like they should release another Venom with blue gradient, and he would sell like hotcakes. Beautiful figure, same as the Monster Venom. I like this head. I wish they came out with a new one, though. That would have been nice, at least, or something. But all said and done, really, really good. Just sculpt work, articulation, and in general, just really cool. Feet are pretty neat too. Really solid Build-A-Figure, or at least Deluxe figure. it originally was a Build-A-Figure. It does have the problem where the back keeps popping off sometimes at the seams a little bit, and there is some fuzziness on this paint. But make no mistake, Eddie Brock Venom is really cool, and I think maybe a little bit better than the other figure, but that's nostalgia talking because it's Eddie Brock, and we all love Eddie Brock, right? Right? Ah yes, Red Hulk, the figure that I got before all this insanity went down. I actually found a bunch of him and kind of scalped him, but yeah, I'm really proud of this guy. He looks really nice, looks really cool. It's just awesome. He's a redo of the Green Hulk, but make no mistake, he's fully original to me at least. I love the wash right here. The shading looks really nice on him. The pants rip looks really cool. His feet are, they're painted toes. Painted toes, painted nails. Looks great. Really cool. I'm really a fan of this guy. Looks really nice. The face sculpt is one of my favorites too. This angry look is awesome. He's this nice tomato red. He has really nice articulation. His feet are still a little small, but I'm really just happy with this guy a lot. Thunderbolt Ross is back in action. I hope we get some more of the Thunderbolts later at least. But this guy's great. He has articulated hands and interchangeable hands, and just great articulation all over. I don't like how you can't do a clap and make his hands go forward. He can go back really far well, but not forward. But this is just a really good figure, deluxe figure, and really solid all around. And if you can get him now, hey, get him. He's great. So Venompool is a figure that everyone loves, but I'm not a big fan of. It just, I don't know, the tongue or the fact that he's Venom and Deadpool, and he's kind of a cash grab, because everyone loves Venom, everyone loves Deadpool. My big issue with him is that these paint on this actually comes off. There's a brand new stain right here that now I'll have to go out and probably, you know, I did this whole backdrop for maybe a year or so, time to maybe update it or something. But yeah, this guy is good, but he's not great. He's way, I don't know, he's just really bulky, very disproportionate. These need paint right here. The articulation is incredibly stiff, and it's hard to get him to move sometimes. And I just am not a big fan of this guy. And especially these things are painted horribly. They should be separate parts or something. It's like, wow. I don't know. Everyone's a big fan of this guy. I'm not. I love the sculpt. The articulation suffers. The paint suffers. And therefore, he's not as great as he should be to me. He's just okay. I like him, but he's just okay. At least. He has a little bit more going it further than the rest, though. But as far as that, I really do love this fabric material. Look, it just looks really nice. Very well done on that part, but for the rest, it's just okay for me. Moving on. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. So you guys have probably seen my Nimrod review with all the other exclusives. If you haven't, it should be up in the little card thing maybe. But yeah, Nimrod's great. I really, really love this figure a lot. You can even put this thing on him, even though it's kind of not canon or whatever. You can add this extra spare head, and you have more hands, along with these blast effects right here. It's just amazing. I like it when you include stuff with a figure. That gets your figure way higher up than the rest. Nimrod is kind of a block, though. I don't really like to move him too much, because this is so intricate, I don't want to wreck it. I don't want to ruin it. But I just really love this guy. Pinless joints, except for that, but mostly pinless joints everywhere. It's a shame they had this, because they really could have, you know, fixed it and made it even more sleek and even better. That's weird. I didn't notice that my first go around. Some kind of peg or pin or put it in there. Yeah, I really like Nimrod a lot. I love the color scheme. Nice, sleek white. He's like an Apple product come to life in a way. If Apple made evil robots, which honestly I mean, here I am filming with an iPhone. Yeah, this would be it. It's like Eve from WALL-E, but a huge hulking guy. And yeah, he just looks really cool with all his stuff. I'm just gonna show off all his stuff real quick. I kind of like the pink. I like the pink and white. They both look great. He does suffer in the articulation department, and yeah, that's kind of an issue with all Build-A-Figures at least, where you have to either make it look like the comic book character, or you have to suffer the articulation. I think this guy does a pretty good job in that regard, yet, I don't know, I just really like Nimrod a lot. And also the name Nimrod's great. Nimrod's really cool. I find him to be a great figure. And yeah, he's just awesome. All hail Nimrod and all his glory. Let's get a nice shot over here with him. All these bolts in here. Yeah, Nimrod's really cool. He's a really nice figure. He stands really well. Good articulation. And just looks great. That's all the thing is. It's about the look. The initial look. Articulation, but if you have him on your shelf, posed and standing, he looks awesome. So next up is the Deluxe Retro Kingpin, and he's just great. I love the nice, really white sheen of his jacket, this little red little napkin in here, and also the complementary colors of purple and orange. I love those as well. Maybe it's because of my logo or something. Nice blue, really makes the orange stand out a lot. The face is great. I love the blue eyes, the black eyebrows right there. I love this little hand right here. The little hands are great. And the ring on the fist is a nice touch. Comes with this cane. Looks really great. It's brown this time, which is even better than the last one, I think. And it's really sort of animated series kind of inspired, at least. As far as it goes, the Kingpin, at least. A little more colorful instead of dark. He comes with this alternate head as well. That's really cool. I love that a lot. Nice and beat up Kingpin right there. I love this figure. It's really great. It looks really cool. His articulation's kind of lacking a little bit, but I mean, for Kingpin, it's amazing. I really love this sculpt. I love the figure. The color scheme's great, and he just looks awesome. The accessories are really good too. Yeah, Kingpin's really great. I like him a lot. I love this guy so much. Can you blame me? Toxin. It has red. It has black. Great sculpt. Amazing. This thing is great. But the face, I think, is the best part about this guy. It's so gruesome. It's like a big tomato. I love the eyes, the sort of spikes on there. It looks really awesome. I really like the tongue, too. I don't know why. I'm a big fan of this guy. He's really cool. I love the sculpt. I love everything about him. The look is just phenomenal. I love these weird tendrils coming out of his body. It's insane. It's great. And it's really just awesome. I mean, wow. This guy is just great. I love the teeth. I love everything about him. Toxin is wonderful. He's scary. He's intimidating. He has great articulation. He has amazing just color scheme. What else is there not to like about him? I really like Toxin a lot. I'm not sure why. He's a pre-used body mold. I don't know. I love these little piranha plant things up here. That's really nice too. The gradient, I think, is the best part about him. How it goes slowly from red all the way down to black. And then just, it's a little bit of green here, a little bit of yellow. The color placement is great. The tendrils are insane. And the look is just fantastic. And Toxin is just almost perfect. There's a figure that's better than him though, that I really love though. When I was younger, I didn't even know who the X-Men were, and now I do, and I love them. Apocalypse is my number one. He is a market improvement, I think, over this one. This one's a little more serious, a little more, I don't know, a little more serious, but this one is kind of in a goofy way. I like him a lot. Color scheme is fantastic. I love these gauntlets so much. I like the boots as well. Silver on those. Nice accents right here. The blue tying into this dark blue up here and on the chest as well. And the head. The color scheme is great. This cape is just awesome. I like this little collar too right here. The color scheme is really great. But what makes it for me, and this might be cheating, but it's my list, who cares, are these. The extra hands I made for them. And you can swap them out, change them out, whatever you want to do. But yeah, I'm telling you, Apocalypse is not complete until you give him the alternate arms or alternate hands or whatever. These hands right here are from, oh, what's his name? Death's Head 2. I love kit bashing things. I love changing things around. But on the surface, without all these things, he's still amazing. Yet all these parts, I mean, I had to buy at least 3 of these to make these parts, sold off the ones I don't need, and then kept the skulls, which I love. I got like 5 or 6 of these things rolling around. Yeah, I love this guy a lot. He's really cool, has a lot of menace, has a lot of fun too in this head. This is the scary head I put on this body just because everyone's like, oh, we're going to use this head now. And I'm like, alright, I'll try it out. It looks great. I love this head. Looks really stoic and stern, but this one's a having fun head, and I kind of like that. Because action figures are all about having fun. When you have action figures having fun, while you're having fun with the action figures, it's Kismet. It works out perfectly. I love this thing too. All these little alternate arms and heads and stuff. And even if you don't want to put the alternate arms on him and use the time for that, you just gotta have this hand right here. This is another alternate hand with him. There's a fist also, you can have it and swap out fists and hands and everything and change it up. It looks great. But I really love this guy. He has a nice color scheme with the blue and then the red. And he also got a little bit of yellow over here with some darker blues up top, leading into the head as well. So you have a nice dark going to light, going to a little bit of silver here too. Complements the silver on the weaponry as well, and his hands also. The back is just one big cape, but taking that off, it's a little plain, but hey, it still works. Looks nice. He looks good without a cape or with a cape. Let me take this off, I don't know. I like this thing too, this little collar piece. It really adds a lot of menace to him. You know, he could be looking out from down out of his collar. If you put in the other hands, you could also have him holding the skull, which is pretty neat. This is a great figure. I really like him a lot. I haven't even read the Age of Apocalypse storyline, but with this guy in it, it sounds pretty neat. Yeah, Apocalypse Deluxe is my #1 deluxe figure. To all those who didn't make it, sorry, but yeah, he's a really cool guy. Really neat figure, and incredibly worthy of your collection, especially if you want to make the arms, or if you want to collect skulls here. Yeah, get Apocalypse. You also can use the head for this, for the gladiator that everyone's been getting for a while now. Yeah, Apocalypse is worth it. Really, truly so. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Heck Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jesseheckcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching and keep being creative. Stay tuned.